Hey there, online students. It is Monday, July 24th. It's the 11th week of classes. This is Dr. Beer. I hope all of you are doing great. Super hot here in Dallas, super hot everywhere. Hope you're staying cool. The big news in our house is that we have less than 3 weeks to go until my daughter's wedding, so everything's kind of in high gear at our house. But at any rate, we're enjoying the summer and enjoying the classes, and I hope you are too. And so here's what we've got going on for this week. In NT 5103, we are back into our bread and butter of working through the study guides, translating through the text, and thinking through the grammar. So you'll notice that we have a few more weeks of that to go until we finish up with Syntax Exam 2 on August the 9th. But until then, we've got a number of study guides to work through, and that will be what we've been doing, translating the text, working through the study guides, going back to Dr. Wallace's text, thinking through the grammar, and learning about it in process and in context. In NT 5104, what we're currently doing is working on different genres. You'll probably be I'm pretty understanding when I say that the exegetical method that we have taught works really well in Paul, but it needs some additional tweaking when we come to other genres. So what we're doing is focusing on narrative and apocalyptic, two of the other major genres within the New Testament. It doesn't mean that we won't use the same methods, but it means that we need to think a little bit differently about how we might work in those genres. So these lectures will focus on that. This is a self-paced module and takes you almost to the end of the semester. I do want to point out that we have a final week at the end, but the second exegetical paper is due at the end of that second module. So look ahead for that. Here's what you need to keep in mind about that second exegetical paper. You have not done any of the work for it. Remember how with the first one we did 5 separate assignments that got folded into the first exegetical paper? That's not the case here. You have to do both word studies, both validation problems, both TC problems, etc. So you'll need to get started right away. It's going to be feel like a lot more work, but you have about 4 weeks to accomplish it, so that should be enough time. And of course, let me know if you have questions along the way. And then in 5110, we're currently in a module on pseudonymity. Pseudonymity is the argument that perhaps some of the New Testament books were not written by the authors that we think that they were written by. And this is an important concept to think through relative to 2 Peter, for example, if you're working on that paper. The certain of the Pauline epistles, like the pastorals, etc. It's a longer unit, not because this is a technically difficult issue, but because you have the research paper to finish. So I'm going to soon grade the outlines and have those back to you, and then you'll have almost a full 2 weeks to work on the research paper that's due on August the 4th. Okay, now if you have any questions as we're getting ready to wind down the classes, let me know. Otherwise, full speed ahead, and I look forward to working with you online this week. Take care and stay cool.